Hey, everybody. It is another Monday, beautiful, awesome, fabulous, gorgeous Monday here in the nation's capital, and it's Mural Mondays. And today our artist in residence is the one and only Mouse from the DMV. How are you, Mouse? Microphone up just a little bit. No worries. So, first and foremost, where in the area are you from? Oh, okay. Coming from Baltimore. Be more in the house. We love Baltimore, and we love all of the artists that are coming to us every single Monday. Every single artist we have is someone from the tri-state area. And, our goal with this is simply just to spotlight you genius, creative people, simply just to show your artwork and hopefully inspire some young folks. Or inspire art lovers to come down and buy your art. If you stay tuned, at the very end of my interview with Mouse, not only will there be an awesome promo from one of our other artists in residence, Evan Johnson from Glass of Water, but we're also doing a painting demo. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, she agreed to it. So stay tuned. So let me tell you, before we get into the art, I want to know what inspired you in the very, very, very beginning even to be artistic and be creative in this way?
I just always enjoyed art in general. Actually, I was one of those people that I would see art and I would always say like, oh, I wish I knew how to do that, and then go home and try to draw something, and it would be like a box with a stick, and then I would just say like, nope, it's not for me. But actually in high school, I had an art class, and they gave us two options to paint a horse, actually. One of an outline of a horse, and the other was actually very detailed. So I was like, I can do the detail one, why not? And so when I actually went home and I drew the horse out, I spent my time doing all the shading and everything, and I just thought it was so beautiful. Now when I look at the horse, it looks very amateurish to me.
Yeah.
There's one eye bigger than the other, and half of the horse is curved. But at the time, I thought it was an amazing job. So after that, I was just like, I got this.
That's so awesome that you're able to pinpoint almost the moment that you prove to yourself. In music, we deal with that all the time. So because we're a recording studio, we oftentimes will ask the rappers or the singers, what was it or who was it or why was it, that made you get into music, and they'll immediately go, oh my God, well, I was listening, to that one Biggie Small song, and I'll never forget, I was driving on the road and, something happened.
Yeah.
After, those art classes, did you start painting? When and why did you start painting on your own?
Oh, I'm sorry. So I actually started off drawing, and I thought that was going to be it for me. And then in college, I decided to take up fine art, and I had to do painting for a class. So once I started, I did pretty well. And so after that, I was like, I got this too. And I just kind of went from there. It was another one of those things where now if I look back at my work, I go what was I thinking? But at the moment, at the time, I was like, this is amazing.
Were the art teachers, I know you were in art class, mm-hmm. and that was an assignment. But what about the effect of the teacher? Were they good teachers that drew you in, or did you just felt like you kind of had proved yourself? What was the teacher's effect on you?
So I've had a couple of different assignments where they've targeted our confidence as artists. So there were a few times where we actually had to paint upside down. There were some pieces, actually you'll see in one of my pieces, there would be a time where we would have to paint something directly, and then they would say pick your favorite part on the painting and then paint over it with with the color, and then just cover it up completely.
Pick your favorite part and then get rid of it.
Yes, exactly.
You're like, I think my teacher's doing drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like artistic boot camp. And now we'll be firing paintballs at you while you try to paint. You're like, ow, why? Please stop. I'm trying to paint. It was a really, really intense program. What school is this?
It was a community college.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness, they really knew what they were doing. But,
Yeah.
You survived.
Exactly, and that's I credit them a lot, because a lot of my work was very structured before. A lot of it was I have to paint what I see, and that was it. There was no way that I could paint I mean, there was a lot more to it how I got to the point that I am now, but from school, if I didn't have that, it would be very like direct, like what I see.
Right. So I think what I've learned from you artists is that, you know, the school and the classes and the teachers provide the structure that helps you create that foundation. And then once you have the foundation, then and a little confidence, then you start branching out. Is that
correct?
Kinda how it works?
Yes.
Okay. Well, without further ado, I mean, I love talking with all these artists. I could actually talk with them all day long. But now we're going to get into your brain.
Okay.
We're going to get into this wild, crazy, creative brain of yours. Specifically, I said brain because we had off camera discovered that this is called what most people think of as a Rorschach test, which is a psychological test that a psychologist would show you, and then you would say what you think of. Okay.
Exactly.
However, this is the coolest, most psychedelic. You want to go? Should I go over there? Yeah, that's fine. Right there. This is the most psychedelic, coolest Rorschach test ever. And if you can see the little ladies with the big afros, one sitting down, and the whole thing together looks like a flower. I mean, it's just the most beautiful piece. I'll tell you, there's something about this. Sorry, I'm crooked. There's something, I haven't had my V8. There's something about this that makes me want to blow it up to 100-foot canvas. Can you tell me what you were thinking when you made this? It's so awesome. I really love it.
Thank you.
Really love it.
I actually, when I started this painting, I was at a point where I felt like I didn't know how to be creative anymore. I didn't know how to do pieces that didn't look, as I said, like I was looking at something when I did the actual piece. So I kind of forced myself to try different techniques. So I actually, with this, I did do that process of actually having paint on paper and then folded it with another paper.
Oh, so this was originally folded?
Yes. Oh, so I'm sorry, not folded. There was another sheet on top.
Oh, another sheet on top. Mm-hmm. So you squirted a whole bunch of paint on a piece of paper.
Right.
You put the piece of paper on top.
Right.
This is what came off, and you're like, wait, I see something.
Yeah. Well, so it was that, and then there's another technique that I use where you actually put ink on a string and swirl it around on the painting. And
that's called dental flossing, and you're doing it wrong. My goodness.
So then you actually put books and things on top and snap.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
That's wild.
You snatch the string out.
And you snatch the string out. Is that how you get this part up here?
Actually, the black. So where you see the ink blobs and everything.
My goodness gracious.
So I actually stared at the piece for about a week and a half before I painted the ladies on there because I didn't know where to go at that point.
Really?
And, yeah. So that's actually how a lot of my pieces are. I'll paint the background for about a week or 2 weeks. I'll just stare at it.
It's so incredible because the ladies are, to me, such a part of it. And I also am now upside down. I'm seeing that this looks also like a crazy ice cream cone upside down. Which I feel like Ben and Jerry's should maybe commission this piece here. I think we're missing a huge opportunity in ice cream. You have no idea. Okay, my goodness, there's so many great pieces. Let me go to, because I really caught it right away. And I'm going to actually just like hold it up for folks first so that they can kind of take a look at it. Hold on, I'm going to get it to you. Oh, wait, there we go. There we are. All right. All right, tell me about this piece and what is it titled?
So this one is, I actually don't believe I have a title for it, but the idea behind it is it's me actually looking at that actual painting. So this was another one.
Wait, what? Say that again? It's you look. Wait, say that again. I love your concepts. They're so deep. I have to stop for a second. This is you looking at what painting?
The one you're holding. This one.
Girl, you just made brain drip out of my ear. Oh my God. That is the most beautiful concept. This is a picture of you looking at the painting that I am holding.
Yes.
Which, as you're painting it, didn't exist.
Right.
Oh my goodness. You see why we love having Mural Mondays? I don't even know how they think of these things. Because like that, I had to even take a second there. And why are you, I love how like huge you are. I feel like you're a 100-foot woman in this picture. What made you want to be gigantic?
I get to a lot of points when it comes to my artwork where I get to a point where I'm just like, I don't know what to do, and then I stop for a few months. So this is another one of those time frames where I've actually stopped for a while. And with this particular one, I didn't know how to create a concept in general. Instead of like with the other piece, I actually had the background already, and then I added something to it. I didn't know how to go to a canvas and accomplish something within a few hours. And so I sat there and I just started painting. And then after a while, I just was like, this has to be me and me now and what's happening with my artwork now. And so it's just me and my creation.
So the concept really kind of evolved, actually,
Yes.
after a while. It wasn't... So it sounds to me like you're totally okay with going into a painting not knowing where it's going to go.
Yes.
What about this one? Do we have a title for this?
No, sorry.
You artists don't like to title things. That's okay.
This particular one, though, so aside from artwork, I'm also an environmentalist. And so my goal is to create artwork that is eco-friendly and allows people to be eco-friendly without having to think about it. I feel like that's
That's a beautiful statement. So I like the way you just said that. So you use your art in a way that brings consciousness to Earth and the planet without, hitting people over the head with like a message of activism. Is that what you're...
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? That's awesome. I bet you, if you asked Georgia O'Keeffe, she maybe might say the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Because she also, was an activist and a real, had an incredible flair for botany, and if you go to the Women's Museum, they have a bunch of great pieces of Georgia O'Keeffe here in Washington, D.C. Anyone who's watching out of state, we have a million reasons to come to this city.
We do.
For museums, right? And then when I went there, and then you look at all of this botany, right? And then she was able to weave humanity into it in this kind of sexual nature, in that, many of her flowers had alternate meanings and metaphors going on. Do you know what type of flower this is? Because is that an orchid?
It was actually a cross between a tiger lily and then something I created. But the base is a tiger lily.
I love it. Was this a still life? Like, was these actually in front of you, or a picture or anything, or was this from your head?
It was from my head.
From your head. I swear, I don't know how they do these things. Well, let me go to this because I love this on so many different levels, and I'm sure my wife isn't watching because she's probably busy she's a chiropractor. We'll forgive her. She's probably adjusting patients right now, but she would love this. Let's zoom in on this. So my wife helped me realize, let me get the glare off. Yeah, why Hawaii is so awesome. Okay, and we went to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and she's right. Hawaii is amazing, and this image, I'm not going to tell you. It just feels Hawaiian to me. But what was your intention?
I just wanted to present movement. This was actually one of the pieces that I created because I realized in my thought process when I would have a concept in my head for a painting, there was never a woman of color, and so I had to try to change my thought process behind that. So I decided that every painting that I did would have that concept, so that I would change that mindset, so that I would have work with people that look like me.
Yeah. That's the best part of art, being able to convey a message without saying a word. And let me tell you, mission accomplished. There is so much movement in this. Oh man, I love it so much. I love it so much. Now, Jacob, I'm going to ask you if you don't mind, because I don't want to move this one over here. I have a scholarly pointer. I think this is. Let me not block. Oh, there we go. There we go. So what are we titling this?
It's just called Serene.
Okay, and. Let me tell you, I love telling people my impression and then asking them so we can see if it jives or it doesn't jive at all, So when I look at this, we deal with lots of pop art here, Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but this color right in here, this kind of like neon orange pink right here, and even the way you've done your lettering, there's a lot of elements of graffiti and kind of pop art going on in here. And then the texturing that you've done with this blue, I absolutely love. Hopefully you didn't use dental floss. No, I'm just kidding. But tell me, and this is definitely super graffiti-esque right there, the cracks in the wall. I just noticed that. Oh, more cracks over here. Yeah. So tell me, what were your intentions with this?
That was actually spot on.
I paid her. I just pay them to say these things.
I did a lot of people in my work more recently, and so I wanted to try to attempt to do graffiti style work, because I feel like with that and also the animations like cartoons and things of that nature, I suck really bad at. And so there's
a real thread of pushing yourself. Have you listening to all these things you're saying? There's this commonality, right? Of someone who's just like, I don't know, maybe I could try that, and then she tries it. She's like, wait, I'm really good at that. You know what I mean? So this is, what do you think would be something that you would like to try artistically that you haven't tried yet artistically?
Like a really big mural. Everything that I've done has been maybe my height or smaller. And so I would love to do something on a big scale, because that's another thing that I look at and I go like, oh, I don't know. But I feel like once I actually do it, I'd be okay.
I feel like the marketing with your name Mouse, they're underestimating your size. We need to add like, Big Papa Mouse. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe they will, be like, oh yeah, she could totally do that, Yeah. We just need to add a few prefixes on there. Speaking of Mouse, which is your name as an artist, where can people find your art on Instagram?
Oh, you can find it at Mouse Artwork. If you type it in on Instagram.
And look, see where I'm pointing? Look. Wait, no, this way. This way. Go this way. Yeah, see that up there at the top of the screen? Oh God, yeah. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. I was never gonna find it. There you go, Mouse Artwork at Mouse Artwork on Instagram, where you can see all of her beautiful paintings. In a little bit here, she's gonna do a live painting demo. But my one question is, because I feel like this is the hottest, coolest thing in art these days, are you willing to be hired or commissioned to show up at an event and do painting?
Of course.
And if someone wanted to hire you to do that, I suggest you do, because what's cool, seriously though, go to any club, any bar, any music event, anything. To me, there's nothing cooler than just sipping your wine, sipping your beer, and watching someone paint, and by the end of the evening, seeing what they create and being like, damn, snap, selfie. Look at my dope evening, right? So if people wanted to email you to get in touch with you to do that, what's the spelling of your email?
Right. So it would be mouseartwork@yahoo.com. So it would be MAUSARTWORK at yahoo.com.
Mouseartwork@yahoo.com. Mouse, like the rapper Mau Mouse. There was a rapper for about like 1 year back in the day. I think he was signed to. Come on in. No, you're good. Your bag's over there. This is Mural Mondays, and we encourage everyone to come out, actually. 2622 Georgia Avenue. We're right here at the entrance to Howard University. We're inside of Listen Vision, DC's largest and oldest recording studio. Right now we're broadcasting on WLVS Radio, which is the largest internet station in America. And what's beautiful about, our stream is the fact that you can see it. And okay, first it's the fact that it's free and there's no app, because most people are super lazy. Yeah. We're okay with that. I'm not judging you. I'm not here to judge you. But I am here to tell you that without the visuals, my interview with Mouse would be a lot less compelling. Right? Yeah. Trust me, there's pink here. I just take my word for it. Okay? So what we're going to do, and I'm just kind of like checking over here on the stream, is, Jacob, if we can quickly just, we're going to throw to Evan Johnson of Glass of Water and a behind-the-scenes look at his art studio. So let's check out Evan Johnson, who's been an artist in residence here for the last few Mondays. Evan, take it away, bro.
My name is Evan Johnson, creator and designer for Glass of Water Art. It's an art and design company. I started Glass of Water, it was really focused on passion development. Glass of water, you know, that is something that people are offered. When you come into somebody's home, when you come into a restaurant, it's the first thing to offer you, and it make you feel welcome, so you can like sit down and like relax and get ready for like a great experience. That's what I want to offer with my creations, really. Young people, older people, no matter what your background is, you know, black, white, you know, southern, northern, European, everybody enjoys water in their own way. You know, whether it's with ice cubes, whether it's with a little tea, you know, they all enjoy water in their own way. So just like water is a compound of various elements, I have different elements inside my designs that help give definition to the overall design. There's all intention and purpose. I'm not just doing things just to do it. I do it because this is what I want to do. You know, you don't just buy art, you're like, hey, I want something for this wall, and you just go out, oh, this fits, and I'll slap it in there. You know, you get it, you know, they say feng shui, you know, you want it to fit the environment. So I started, I'm gonna take it back. So I bought my sketchbook and I started drawing, and then my friend saw it and he said, hey, I want that on a shirt. And he kept bugging me and bugging me and bugging me. And I was like, I don't know how to get it on a shirt. And then, you know, I did my research, and I made 2 t-shirts. They ordered 2 t-shirts, and I sold my first 2 t-shirts for $165. And I was like, man, I was like, okay. But, you know, it wasn't about the money. I wasn't about to like, oh, I'm about to get these t-shirts. But I was like, oh man, there's opportunity. Like this is another level of appreciation of my artwork. It's like I blow myself away because I don't expect that I can do it. I never assume that I'm capable of just doing something. I try it and I'm like, oh wow, I did that. So really when I'm creating, I'm in the zone, and it's not something that I actually think about. The way that I'm creating, I'm in a different perspective. Let's say a lot of times I'm right here when I create it. And then when I back up, I get to see it as a whole. I'll see it like when it first starts, just like that. And I'll be like, oh man, that's hot. And so I'm building off of that. But when other people view it, a lot of times they see it as a whole first. And then they might take the time and focus on the particulates inside. If I can express me, Evan Johnson, that's unique. That's not cookie cutter, that's Evan Johnson. So the fact that all of my designs are hand drawn and they're not done digitally, you know, there's more of a natural feel to it. So when it is composed digitally, it still retains that unique hand drawn perspective. I maintain the Evan Johnson throughout every single piece. Some people come up with this cool logo, like super sweet, and they're like, you know, maybe there's something that looks like this guy. And then they'll put it on anything and everything. They'll get a photo shoot with like hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, t-shirts, stickers, everything. And that's it. That's all they have. And they'll put it on everything, and then like 2 years later, they'll come out with a new colorway. That's cool and everything, and some logos work like that, but like, what are you really offering? You know, if you're not actually cutting and sewing the material and you're just printing, then what makes you different than anybody else who's just printing? So for me, like, none of my stuff currently has Glass of Water on it, because it's not about the brand. I want people to appreciate the artwork. So I did the t-shirts. The t-shirts help people look at the artwork. And then I started doing the hats. And I had a roommate at the time. I was like, what do you think of this? He's like, it's different. It's all I needed. So from there, I just went tinkering away. So now these natural wood medallion pins. I have pins. I have these badges that I started making. Just being able to explore my creativity and express the innovation that I have in my head, you know, with the touch or the secret sauce of my designs, has been great and very encouraging, and there's no reason why I would stop, whether it's for business or not for business, because if I'm not, if things grow and opportunity comes and I'm not going to be doing my artwork as a business, I'm still going to be doing it for the love, and that's what real passion is. But if you love something, you do it for free. So this is what I do. So stay hydrated.
Oh, I'm so super tall. I'm like a giant on Oh, here I go. And I'm back. All right. Thank you for tuning into Mural Mondays. That was Evan Johnson from Glass of Water, and he is just such an interesting and talented artist. I really wanted to kind of show that and show the interesting stuff that he's doing. And speaking of interesting stuff, we have Mouse at MAUS Artwork on Instagram. So at Mouse Artwork on Instagram. Mouse, do you have any idea about what you're about to be painting for us?
No.
Something told me I didn't think you did. I interviewed her, and I'm starting to realize, I just started doing something, and then I'm like, oh, wait, that's awesome. So that's even better, because it'll be a surprise to you as well, and a surprise to us. So please stay tuned for the next however long, 30 minutes, an hour, 14 days, however long you need to make this painting. You take as long as you need, because when we're done, we are going to air the time lapse of this painting getting made, okay? So first and foremost, I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. Please get your butt down here to come purchase some of this beautiful, beautiful artwork at 2622 Georgia Avenue, literally at the entrance to Howard University. We do this every single Monday to try to help out, the DMV artists and the artist community here. If you or anyone out there knows of any artist that would like to be a part of Mural Mondays, please just send them my way. I'll be happy to sign them up. There's no fees. It doesn't cost anything. We don't take any percentages. This is how we try to give back to the art community here in Washington, D.C. So, Mouse, any shout-outs? Can we shout out a special person in the studio right now?
My mom.
Shout out Mouse's mom. Any other shout outs?
Chrissy, she's going to be coming here. She's my girlfriend.
Chrissy, girlfriend. G-Fry, how you doing? Come on down. Check out all the cool stuff. And without further ado, thank you and take it away.